asked what the main difference is before. I have been a Christian since I was 24, 所以我24岁得救，然后我现在已经54岁，所以已经30年了哈。那So sometimes people ask me, what is the main difference that you feel? People think feelings very much. What's the main difference that you feel before and after you're a Christian?
我已经是，你看一下，正好没有声音。Yeah.
Roger, can you turn this on?
Turn this on, please. Yeah. Got it. Thank you. Yeah. OK， 我是基督徒已经30年了，我24岁信主，现在54岁，所以有很多人都问我说，作为一个基督徒，你的感觉在基督徒之前跟成为基督徒之后有什么样的区别？
I think there are two very distinct things that I feel different.
我觉得有2件让我的感受觉得非常不一样的。
One is that I feel like I understand myself for the first time after I became a Christian.
第一点就是，当我成为基督徒以后，我觉得我突然好像更加认识我自己，知道我自己是谁。
I used to be even afraid of knowing who I was.
在成为基督徒之前，我甚至都不想，也不敢知道我自己是谁。
Now I'm very grateful that God showed me exactly who I am.
现在我非常的感恩，谢谢神让我真正的看见我自己是谁。
If you have a disease and you cannot cure it, sometimes you just don't want to know it's there.
有一些人他身体有一些病，而他知道这个病是治不好的，有时候他甚至都不想知道自己有这个病。
But I'm grateful that God showed me what a miserable thing I really am.
但我非常的感恩，因为神让我看到我以前是一个多么可怜的一个人。
Yeah. And the other thing that is a dramatic difference inside me
另外一个极大的转变在我里面哈，
is that in the quietest moments of my life,
就是在我人生最宁静的时刻，
in my most lucid moments, when I think most clearly,
在我最思想清晰的那一刻，
when I see life most clearly,
当我对于人生清清楚楚的来看一下的时候，
I am a happy guy.
我突然发现我自己是一个快乐的人。
You know, days you have up, you have down. But in my most lucid moment today, I am happy.
虽然每一天有上有下，但此刻我可以说，在我最清晰的时候，我知道我是一个快乐的人。
Before I was a Christian,
在我不是基督徒之前，
in my most lucid moments,
在我最清晰的那一刻，
when I see life most clearly,
当我清清楚楚的来面对人生的时候，
I'm a sad guy.
我是一个悲哀的人。
That's a big difference.
对我而言，这是一个极大的不同。
I used to, an old pastor we know, he used to say, when you are asked by someone and you're a Christian, how are you doing today?
我记得以前有一个牧师跟我说，当你是一个基督徒，而别人问你说你今天好吗？
He said, you don't say, yeah, I'm fine.
你不回答说我今天很好。
He said, the right answer is,
他说正确的答案应该是
I am better than yesterday, but not as good as tomorrow.
我比昨天好，但我没有明天好。
Better than yesterday, but not as good as tomorrow.
比昨天好，但是没有明天好。
That is a Christian attitude towards life.
这就是基督徒对于人生的态度，
Because it is a reality.
因为这是事实。
Because every day we are walking closer towards the day when we will see Christ face to face.
因为每一天我们都是更加接近要与主面对面的那一天。
All right, that has nothing to do with money.
我刚刚讲的这个 ，there's a bug. Yeah. 我今天所讲的虽然跟钱没有关系，
刚刚讲的没有跟钱没有关系，现在要的不是今天要讲的。But it is such a beautiful day. There is sunshine coming through like liquid honey here. You have to be thankful on a day like this.
好，但今天这么美的一天，阳光像蜂蜜一样的倾倒在我们的身上，我们真的要说，今天是一个美丽的一天。
Let's give thanks.
我们来感谢神。
Dear Lord, I just thank you.
亲爱的主，我感谢你。
I thank you that you tell us that money matters.
我谢谢你，你告诉我们金钱是重要的。
But money matters because we matter.
金钱为什么重要？是因为我们重要。
And you do not want money to matter more than we do.
你不要使得金钱比我们更重要。
We thank you for that.
我们谢谢你，
Commit this time into your hands.
把以下的时间交托在你的手中，
In Jesus' name.
奉耶稣基督名求
Amen.
，Amen。
Okay, I'm going to be talking about, so just by way of review, I know a few of you were not here yesterday.
我跟大家做一下复习，因为我知道有些人昨天不在。
So I was going to be talking about Christian attitudes, Christian principles, and Christian plans towards money.
我现在我主要这个专题是要讲基督徒对于金钱的态度、原则以及计划。
So yesterday, mostly I talked about attitude.
所以昨天我大部分讲的是态度，
Today, I want to talk about principles and plans.
今天要讲的是原则以及计划。
So how God wants us to spend our money, how do we plan?
神要我们如何的使用我们的钱，如何计划。
So you may recall yesterday, I don't think I'll go back there, never mind, forget. So take a look at your handout.
所以看一下你手中的讲义。
Yesterday, by way of review, we talked about how money matters and is frequently talked about in the Bible.
昨天我们讲到金钱是重要的，而在圣经中常常提到这个题目。
We talked about how the Christian perspective towards money is that we are a steward. We don't own the money, we are managing money.
而讲到基督徒对于金钱的态度，就是基督徒不是拥有这些钱，而是这些钱的管家。
It belongs to God. It's just that we get to, it's how we manage it.
钱一切都是属于神的，重要的是我们怎么样来管理。
And then we talked about how the Bible's not asking you to be poor. The Bible's asking you for having clear priorities.
我们也讲到，圣经并不是要我们做贫穷的人，而是要我们有清清楚楚、正确的先后次序。
We talked, so, people say, well, Christians shouldn't pay attention to money or success or many other things.
可能有人说，基督徒不应该把重点放在钱或者是成功的上面。
It's true, these things do not have ultimate meaning.
是的，我们不应该太注重，因为这一些东西并没有永恒的、终极的价值。
But each of these is like a zero.
但每一个这个就好像一个零一样的。
If you have many zeros, but you put God first, then you have a significant number.
如果你有很多很多的零，但是你把神摆在前面放一个一的话，你这些零都有价值了。
If you don't put God first, they're all zeros.
但如果你不把神摆在前面，这些只不过是零。
对. So, so let's think about how God tells us to manage our lives. This is very practical stuff.
所以这些是很实用的。
Did you bring the Bible passages?
I don't know. I wrote them down. Did you bring them? No, you didn't. So I read them. Okay.
Okay. It's very practical. So God gave us some very practical tests in our lives.
神在我们的人生里面给我们一些很实际的测验。
We talked about how sneaky it is, how easy it is that suddenly our lives are being run by money instead of God.
我们常常就知道，一不经心，可能我们的生命就以钱来掌管我们，而不是以神来掌
So
管我
our
们。
focus and our attention is on our temporary things instead of eternal things.
所以注意力摆在短暂的事情上，而不是摆在永恒的事情
But
上。
God gave us a couple of practical tests.
但是神也在我们的人生里给我们一些实际的考验，
So they are like little exams.
就好像小小的考试一样。
They're how we spend our money and how we spend our time.
我们怎么花我们的钱，怎么花我们的时间？
You can't fake it. You can write it down. You can say, how did I spend my time last week?
这是你装不出来的。如果你把上个礼拜你时间怎么花用法，
And how did we spend our money? You could say, how did I spend my money last year?
以及去年我怎么样花我的钱，
These are very concrete, very objective measures.
这些是很实际的，可以量出来的东西。
So they give us like plumb lines. They tell us how far we are from the straight vertical.
好像是那个重垂线哈，好像是那个尺度一样，你可以量出来到底人生是怎么样的。
So, we can think about we can talk about how generous you are, but how are you really spending your money?
你可以说你是一个很慷慨的人，但是真的你怎么花你的钱？
And so, most Christians know in Old Testament there is something called tithing.
很多基督徒都知道旧约讲到说我们应该11奉献。
11奉献 is taught all over in many passages in the Old Testament.
在旧约里，很多的经文都讲到这个11奉献的原则。
Originally, it started when Abraham, God blessed him in battle, and afterwards he gave 1/10 of everything.
这个来源呢，事实上是从亚伯拉罕而来的。他有一次出去打仗，他的掳物拿回来以后，他把1/10奉献给神。
And thereafter, God gave a command to the Jews to offer 1/10 of all of their income so that it could be used for temple work and for the support of the Levites.
后来神也给了犹太人这样一个规章，就是他们需要11奉献，这奉献出来的钱可以使用在圣殿以及祭司的身上。
And so it's very clearly taught and followed by the Old Testament Jews.
所以在旧约里，犹太人非常谨谨慎慎的来遵守这个规条。
But often we are asked whether it applies to Christians in the New Testament.
但有一些人就说，那这一些原则应不应该运用在新约的基督徒身上呢？
So I'd just like to share with you one passage from the New Testament, the book of Matthew 23:23.
在这里跟大家念一个经文，是马太福音第23章第23节。
It's not there.
我就来念，大家听就可以了哈。你们这假冒为善的文士和法利赛人有祸了，因为你们将薄荷、茴香、芹菜献上1/10，那律法上更重要的事就是公义、怜悯、信实，反倒不行了。这更重的是你们应当行的，那也是不可不行的。
So this is in the New Testament, Jesus was scolding the teachers and the Pharisees.
在这段经文里，是在新约里，耶稣在骂那一些法利赛人跟文士。
And he says, "You hypocrites!
他说：“你们是假冒伪善的人。
You give 1/10 of all your income."
你把你的收入1/10奉献出来，
And then he said, "But you ignore the more important things of the law,
但是律法上更重要的你反而不做，
such as mercy and justice."
就像公义、怜悯。
Yeah. Then he says, and then he says something interesting. He said, "You should have practiced the latter without neglecting the former."
呀，中文没有把这个翻译出来。好，英文就是说，你后面的也当行，就像前面这个当行，你应该行一样。
意思就是说，你还是要11奉献 ，right？ 但是你也要有公义，你也要有怜悯 ，right？
Yeah.
Right.
两者兼行，这是他的意思。
So even by principle, it's very sensible that the Christians are expected to tithe as a minimum.
所以对基督徒而言，我们11奉献是一个很实际的原则。
When I met this lady, I was a relatively new Christian.
当我们两个认识的时候，他才刚刚信主，是一个新的基督徒。
We started talking about money things.
我们就开始聊到有钱的事情。
And she says, to tithe, if you don't tithe, it's like robbing God.
那个时候，我跟他就是说，跟他说，如果你不11奉献的话，你等于在抢夺神的钱。
I thought, whoa, that doesn't sound good.
我那时觉得说，哇，好严重。
So, from day one, we tithed.
所以，当我们俩结婚的时候，我们是11奉献。
And since then, we found that God enormously blessed us.
我们真的是发现神丰丰富富的祝福我们。
So that we are able to do much more than that.
所以我们可以做甚至超过那么多的奉献。
But God really tells us, bring the tithe in.
但是神真的是要我们把1/10奉献出来。
So the question is, why does He want us to tithe?
所以那个问题就是问的就是为什么要11奉献？
Does God need this money?
神需要这个钱吗？
Yeah, when the church builds buildings, the church sends missionaries.
我们现在这教会需要有教会这个建筑，我们需要送出宣教士。
But God is a God of immense resource.
但是神是有很大资源的，
Does he really need my 10th? I'm actually very tight.
他真的需要我的1/10吗？我经济已经很紧了。
Especially young people, they're starting, they have very little money.
尤其年轻人，你刚刚开始出来，你的钱很紧的。
Why does God want us to give?
神为什么要我们奉献出1/10？
I don't think it's because he needs our money.
我不觉得是因为神需要我们的钱，
It's because we need to give.
而是因为我们需要奉献。
There are 2 reasons why we need to give.
有2个原因为什么我们需要奉
One
献。
has to do with faith.
第一个是跟信心
The
有
other
关
has
系
to，do with love.
第二个是跟爱有关系。
God wants to train us in faith
神要把我们的信心训练出来，
so that we can learn to depend on him instead of the Stanford paycheck.
所以我们呢需要依靠他，而不是光依靠我们Stanford 什么地方给你的支票
The。Bible has many names for God.
圣经里面给神有很多不同的名字，
One of them is called Jehovah Jireh,
有一个叫做耶和华以勒，
which means my provider.
就是说神是我的供应者，
And God is our provider.
神是我们的供应者。
And the only way we grow in faith is when we trust him.
你知道，你信心唯一能生长的方法，就是你要信任他。
The most amazing thing about the management of money and faith is that when you are not sure you have enough and you still do what you should, you find that God shows up.
你知道，在管理钱的时候，如果你要使用信心的话，你会发现，当你信任他的时候，你就发现神真的就出现了。
So in this area of your life,
所以在
if you want to see God show up, then when you're prompted to give, give. Even when you're not 100% sure you know where it's coming from.
我跟你讲，在这一个方面，当神好像感动你，你要奉献的时候，你真的就是去奉献。你这个样信心的操作，你就会发现神真的就会显现在你
God
的生命
cares
里。
more about that faith, the growing in your faith, than he cares about how much money is going where.
因为神实在是在乎你因此信心的成长，超过于他在乎这个钱是奉献
It's the
到
same
哪
thing
里。
with time.
时间也是一样。
All our fellowship members are busy.
我知道我们团契每一个人每时每刻都很忙，
But when people give, when they are not sure they even have, God builds their faith.
但是当一个人愿意把这个时间摆上，甚至那个时候都不太知道自己有没有这个时间，但借着信心的话，你这样信心就会增长。
Yeah, we find we often don't have time.
我们真的是发现我们的时间很紧，
But if we honor God with our time, somehow he figures everything else out.
当我们愿意以我们的时间来荣耀神的时候，神真的是可以帮助我们解决很多其
So
他的
first
问
is
题。
train us in faith.
所以第一个，它是训练我们信心的成长；
Second is to teach us about love.
第二个是教导我们爱，
Because God is a God of love.
因为神就是爱，
He is in the business of loving and giving.
他就是一个专门来爱人，专门来爱、专门来给的神。
And when he brought a people together, he wanted a people that loves.
当他把一群子民聚在一起的时候，他要这一群子民是爱的子民。
And so, actually, I think the world would be a very different place today if it wasn't for the commitment of many Christians in their giving.
我觉得今天这个世界如果没有这么多基督徒愿意这样奉献出来的话，可能是一个很不一样的世界。
Many of them give without putting their name on anything.
有很多人给钱，甚至都不告诉别人是谁。
Recently, the Stanford Business School received a $150 million gift to fight poverty.
最近史坦福商学有一个人捐了1.5亿的美金，就是要他们用这个钱来帮助穷困的人。
Many schools would name the school after someone like that who give $150 million.
如果有人愿意捐1.5亿的话，很多的商学院就可以以他们来命名。
These two people, they go to our church.
这2个捐的人是去我们那个去的教会，
They didn't even want their name on anything.
他们甚至不愿意把他们的名字讲出来。
So we won't mention their names here either.
所以我在这我也不告诉你们他们是谁。
But the world changes because Christians live in love and is generous.
这个世界因为一些基督徒的慷慨跟爱，就成为了一个不同的世界。
So that's what this is reason for giving and tithing.
所以我们要奉献。
And that's why the Bible says on the second page we need a right attitude when offering.
所以第二页，你翻到第二页的时候，神告诉我们，我们奉献应该有正确的态度。
So 2 Corinthians 9:7 says.
哥林多后书第2章第9、第8、第几节？第9节。第7跟第8节。
第9章。
哥林多后书第9章
第7跟第8节。
先让崔玲英背一下。那他是你。个人要随本心所酌定的，不要作难，不要勉强，因为捐得乐意的人是神所喜爱的。神能将各样的恩惠多多的加给你们，使你们凡事常常充足，能多行各样善事。
Oh, is that right? Okay. So this is a verse that we memorize in our discipleship training.
这是我们门徒训练的时候要背的一个经文。
Each of you should give what you have decided to in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver.
个人要随本心所酌定的，不要作难，不要勉强，因为捐得乐意的人是神所喜悦的。
捐得乐意的人是神所喜悦的。Right? And God is able to bless you abundantly.
神能将各样的恩惠多多的加给你们。
This is His purpose. His purpose is that we let it flow, so that then He continues to bless.
所以神的旨意就是他赐给我们，我们从我们的身上流出去。
Okay, 我们再翻 the last passage that I want to share with you is from the book of Malachi, chapter 3.
今天要跟大家分享最后的一段经文，是从马拉基书，也就是旧约圣经的最后一卷书的第3章。
第3章第8到第10节。
第8到第10节。第3章第8到第10节。
The book of Malachi, written about 400 BC.
马拉基书是西元前400年左右写的。
At the time, the Jews were pretty nominal in their following of God.
在那个时候，犹太人跟随神的心好像马马虎虎的。
And so God, through this rhetorical device, accuses them of various things.
所以神在这一段经文里，好像跟他们在辩论一样的讲，指出一些他们的缺乏。
And in chapter 3, verses 8 to 10, I'll ask Lily to read it.
第3章第8到第10节，人岂可夺取神之物呢？你们竟夺取我的供物。你们却说，我们在何事上夺取你的供物呢？就是你们在当纳的1/10和当献的供物上，因你们通国的人都夺取我的供物，咒诅就临到你们身上。万军之耶和华说：你们要将当纳的1/10全然送入仓库，使我家有粮，以此试试我是否为你们敞开天上的窗户，倾福于你们，甚至无处可容。
And God says, you have robbed me.
所以神在这里说，你们抢夺了我。
So Lily was not original. She was quoting this passage to me.
所以那个时候我们刚认识的时候，我就是以这个经文跟他说的。
And God said, if you bring the whole tithe into my house.
在这里，神说要将当纳的1/10全然送入我的仓库。
And then he says something very interesting.
然后他就讲了一个很奇妙的事情。
This is the only time in the Bible he says this.
这在圣经里唯一一次他这个样说。
He said, test me.
他说来试试我。
He invites you to test him.
他邀请你来试试他。
他说 if you do this, see if I will not pour out so much blessing that you can't handle it.
他说来试试看，看我会不会把天上的窗户请开来，把福倾倒到你的身上，甚至无处可容。
Yeah. So, some people treat it like, oh, okay, the God is inviting us. It's like a vending machine. I put my quarter in and I get $1 back.
大家还以为这好像一个售卖器一样，你把一个2毛5放进去，哗哗下来就给你1块钱。
This doesn't work that way.
不是这个样子的。
But this is a reality.
但这真的是一个事实。
God invites us in an exciting journey of faith.
神邀请我们进入这个非常美妙的一个信心的一个经历。
It's a journey where you get stronger in your faith.
在这个旅程中，你的信心会成长。
Because you discover that money is not your master.
因为你会发现钱不是你的主人。
That you will let it go.
你可以放手。
So this is exciting, and he does bless you.
而且他真的会祝福你。
He didn't necessarily say he will bless you in dollars or yuan.
他并没有说他对你的祝福会以人民币或者美金的姿态出
But
现
he，says, I will bless you.
但他说他要祝福你，
And I will pour it out so you can't even catch it.
而且我倾倒出来，到了你无处可容。
I have never seen someone who is very open and generous on their finance who has not been blessed.
真的，我没有看到任何一个他在财务上奉献很慷慨的人，他没有受到神的祝福。
The blessing may not be in monetary form,
再一次讲，这个祝福不见得是以钱的姿态出
but
现，
you are blessed like
但
crazy.
是你真的会大大的受到祝福。
Try it.
试试看，
You'll like it.
你会喜欢的。
All right, so let's talk now about practical principles and plans.
所以我们现在接着就讲一些实际的啊，就讲到我们的计划以及一些原则。
So if you look at, and I don't have it on the slide, so just follow in your handout.
我们没有把它打印出来，所以你要看手上的这个资料。
When you look at the practical principle, what do you do with money? Well, this looks like a cash flow, debit credit thing, right? Inflow, outflow.
所以你怎么样看你的钱呢？在这里你看到好像入款跟出款，
You earn it or you borrow it. That's where you get it from.
你的钱怎么来的？你赚来的或者你借来的？
And then you spend it or you save it or you give it away.
你怎么样出去了？你花掉，你存起来，然后或者你捐出去。
And in each one, the Bible has a lot of things to teach us.
在每一个上面，圣经都对我们有很多的教
For
导。
example, it talks about how you earn it.
比方说，讲到你怎么样赚，
That you should be industrious and that you should be honest.
你应该很勤劳，你应该很诚实。
I won't go into these details.
我不会讲得很细节，
And how you spend it.
怎么样花呢？
And for example, the principle of the first fruit.
那个出熟的果子的那个原则很
This is a
重
very
要。
important principle for spending.
你怎么样花这个钱，这是很重要的。
God says, bring the first fruit, that is the first of your harvest, to me.
神这样跟你说，你要把出熟的果子献出来给他，
Which means the best.
代表最好的，
Because the entire harvest belongs to Him.
因为整个的收成都属于他。
And this bringing your best is just to recognize, I honor you with my best. Thank you for letting me be able to distribute the others.
你把出熟的果子献给他，就代表你把最好的献给他，而且你承认你所收到的一切是他的恩赐。
Right, so this spending it, okay, simplicity of life.
所以也就是第二个，就是说生活的简单一点儿。
And then how you save it, how you give it away.
你怎么样存款，你怎么样奉献，捐
Lots
出
of,
去。
and so I won't go into detail, but you could get a sense. If you like, if you're interested, you can look up these passages. They're all very interesting.
我不会细节的讲，如果你有兴趣的话，这里的经文你都可以看一下。
So I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritties of managing money.
所以现在我要跟你们讲，怎么样管理你的钱财。
So the first three very basic principles, I don't think it's a big problem with anyone here, but I should mention them.
我觉得这里有3个很基本的原则，我先要跟大家讲，我不是学会计的，我也不是学什么东西。
他不是，我是。
他是，所以他的英文讲得很准。我这个 ，if you know.
Oh, you want to go?
Yeah,
Okay,
你可以
all
用
right,
中
I'll
文
do it
讲吗
myself. All right.
You sure you can do it?
Yeah, I can do it. 他要离开了，首先道歉。所以。
我不是要离开，只是我翻译的不好而已。
Okay. All right, so I'm going to talk about 我讲这3个原则哈，你为我祷告哈。All right, so 3个原则，第一个就是很简单，这是最简单的哈。这3个，第一个就是你花的要比你赚的少 ，right? That's a good idea, right? Seems so common sense, right? Basically, total expenditure lower than total income. 如果你不的话，要不然你就会怎么样？你就会要有债 ，right？我们现在我们的国家有很多债 ，right？ So 因为我们花的比我们赚的多 ，right？ So 人也是这样子，这是最基本的，就是 live below your means and don't borrow too much。圣经上没有说你不能借钱，但是每次讲到借钱的时候，当他讲到从那个 borrower's perspective 的时候，总是 negative。所以他鼓励你不借钱，他没有说你绝对不能借钱，而是鼓励你不借钱，因为你一旦借钱以后，你的 flexibility， 你就失去了这个 这不太容易掌控。在加州，大部分的人都想买房子的时候就需要2个 income， 就需要，所以到最后你就没有什么伸缩力，因为你一定要继续有2个 income。So that affects a lot of things in your life, right? 所以他鼓励你就 live within your means, okay? Standard living should be below, not at your level of income. It's very common sense, right? 所以如果是这样子的话呢，那 that's a good start. It's a golden rule of finance. 但是 not everyone follow this rule, so we have sometimes have problems, right? 那第二个呢，就是说 ，OK， 如果你跟这个 rule number 1的话，你就一定会有点剩下的钱 ，OK，right？ 你一定会有 surplus。那你怎么去运用这个 surplus 呢？那我想这样的有一些很基本的，就是有4个就是 basic essentials，right？ 比如说是你要付税，你要付你的债 ，it's automatic。你把神放第一的话，你就先10%，你有的钱你就先把10%奉献出去 ，OK， 根本想都不要去想。你可能觉得哦，我现在很紧，那我多一点钱的时候，我才11奉献。Actually， 你再多一点的时候，你就有个 mortgage， 有个这个。我 I tell you, it's not easier than when you are a student or when you are doing it. It gets harder. Okay, so anyway, 所以 basic giving 10%， 然后 basic family needs, you need food, you need housing, you need education, medical， 很基本的。然后呢，you should put away basic savings. Okay， 那我等一下也会谈一下什么叫做 basic saving。但是我觉得，比如说，基本上一个 rule of thumb， 如果你能 save 10%， 所以那个我们的牧师喜欢讲 10-10-80， 就是 10% tithing, 10% saving， 然后 80% make other decisions 啊。Yeah, so this is a good basic start. 如果你买保险，sometimes some life insurance is kind of saving, okay? 但是 life insurance 你可以把它分成2种，两部分，一部分是真正的是保险，一部分其实是一个 annually saving。你其实如果你把它放在一起，不见得是最划算的。买那个 whole life 不见得是最划算。Okay, so I'll go in that way. Okay, 你把这个4件事情。Oh, by the way， 如果你有问题 ，just ask. This part gets very informal. 你有什么特别的问题，你就举手问。OK， 我很愿意可以跟大家聊。OK， 你把这些最基本的4件事情看完以后，哈，那你就 then after you have these 4 basic essentials covered， 那 balance can be achieved。你可以决定你以后的钱怎么用。How do you use the other stuff？那 that's really a matter of personal discretion。每一个 family 可以做这样子的决定。那基本上你往下看的时候呢，你如果再有钱的话，有一些就会 increase 你的 giving， 多捐 ，right？ 那有一些 family 会觉得我们有一些 secondary needs 很重要，比如说 we need some time for money for clothing, extra clothing, for transportation and for recreation，right？ 这是我这个你可以 follow 这个 handout 啊，谁需要 handout？ 我们还有。We got lots of them。 谁需要吗？如果你没有 handout， 你很不容易看这个。我是跟着我在第4页哈。哦，那边还有。这里还有吗？OK， 我在第4页哈，所以我现在讲到第4页的中间。所以当你把最基本的东西 cover 以后，你再往下走的时候，你可以看到 you can choose between secondary family needs and increased giving， 你可以自己选。然后呢，如果你再有钱的话，你可能存一些，再多存一些 saving for capital， 或者你可以再给。或者是你可能说 ，OK， 我们家 we should have more convenience and more comfort, buy a nicer car or travel a little further away。我们做 vacation 的时候，这是每一个在神面前每一家自己选择的这些东西。然后你再继续有的话，可能你可以 give some more， 或者你 take more luxury items。我喜欢钓鱼，我也喜欢拍照相。And I feel like 神允许我有这样子的 opportunity to buy things I like. And I don't feel really guilty about it. I feel like it's part of what God wants me to do. OK， 但是你们每一个家每一个人自己看见在神面前，两个人商量好了以后来做这些决定 ，OK， 那就往下走好。然后还有一点我想提一下，就是债，你的债圣经上没有说你不能借钱，但是你借钱的时候要特别小心，因为在我们这个社会里借钱太容易了。在中国倒反比较少用像 credit card 之类的东西啊，但是在美国 borrowing is too easy and consuming is too easy， 所以如果你能，尤其是 credit card debt， 谁有不用提，也不需要举手。但如果 if you have credit card debt，OK，that is one of the most expensive financing you could find 啊。绝对不要用你的 credit card 来，还有利息的 credit card 来借钱，因为那东西太贵了，划不来。Credit card should just be a convenience. Don't borrow on the credit card. You pay double-digit interest rate. Not worth it. Okay. If you figure out other ways to borrow if you need to borrow, but don't borrow. And mortgages in Canada, the mortgage is a much smaller, tend to be much smaller percentage of the house value. 在美国，我们很通常的就80%、90%都借了。That's a lot. 如果你借80%、90%的 mortgage 的话，尤其是在加州，它如果跌10%，你就已经你的 equity 就 wipe out, right? That's a big borrow. Okay. 所以 aim for low debt， 宁可慢一点买东西，不要太多债。Okay. Is that right? Okay. 没有问题哈。OK， 那很多人来这里，他主要的 interest 就是投资啊 ，How do you invest？ So 我的工作就是研究这些东西的 ，right？ 我在 Stanford 教书以前，我在 Barclays Global Investor， 我们管钱，我那一个 area 我们管$300 billion， 所以我们就是专门替人管钱的。然后 before that， 我以前教的书，通通都是跟选股票跟behavioral finance. What's behavior? 行为才是就是研究股票市场这个那个 psychology factors 啊，跟大概。但是当你要想到你怎么投资的时候啊，你最好保持一个跟像是选股票那些人的想法很不一样。Okay, don't think like a stock picker. Okay, I would recommend that you approach it like a low maintenance. 你买一个乖乖的，比较可靠的车子啊，不要买最 fancy 的车子哈，因为太麻烦了。Okay， 神不要你花很多时间去搞这个，除非这是你的职业。Okay, that's right. Thank you. OK, so 那个你看但是我需要讲一些 motivation 啊，因为教会很少讲到关于钱的东西，钱跟性教会都不讲，都不对，但是都不讲。然后所以这里我跟你讲啊，现在以前我们有很多那个 retirement fund 退休金是公司来替你负责任的。这叫做 deferred benefit plan， 就是他答应给你多少，那然后他以后就借着那个答应来给你。现在我们的通通都是 defined contribution plan， 就是你责任是你的，所以你个人投资是什么？个人投资不是想偷鸡或者是占便宜，个人投资就是当你的 cash flow 进来的时候，跟你的 cash outflow 不是同时。Non-simultaneous cash flow， 那你就需要投资了，对不对？因为你赚的时候跟你花的时候不是同样的那一刹那，那你就一定要投资，对不对？这不是什么，这就是好像是最简单的常识。比如说你的房子坏了，你自己可以修，或者你可以找别人修。但如果你对房子有一点点了解，你就不需要去花很多钱去找别人，每一次有一点点事情都要人家修 ，right？ 这是 common sense。It should be taught everywhere, right? So I'm just going to talk about common sense, very simple things. I'm not going to make you rich. Maybe I'll make you less poor. Okay. So, 所以无论你以后要做的什么计划，是 retirement 或者 college 或者 missions， 它都需要 funding. All the good causes 都需要 funding。有些人觉得连计划都是一种没有信心的态度表达，就是你有信心的话，你干嘛要计划？That's not biblical, OK？ 神说的，你有一切的计划，但是信心应该放在我那里，因为我是成全的。但是你要花时间去计划是应该的 ，OK？You should plan. That is not an act of lack of faith because you plan. You should plan as best as you can and you trust as much as you can. Okay? It's like you build a sailboat. You try to build it the best you can, but with no wind, you go nowhere. 变成英文了。Anyway, so 那我就再讲一下哈。So 这个 in terms of recommended resources 有2本书，如果你想看一看的话，我鼓励你可以看一下这2本书哈。等一下我会谈到很多叫做 ETF 的这个东西啊 ，Exchange Traded Fund， 那我们再提一下。但是我先给大家一个大一点的图画哈。那个当你在the 3 sources of return， 就是每一个人当他经验他投资的他的风险跟他的回报 ，right？ 都是因为有3种决定。You make 3 types of decisions that affect your returns。一个我们叫做它 strategic asset allocation 啊，战略性的资产分配。Oh, excellent, thank you, very good. Hang in there. I'm going to need you again. So, Rudolph 讲的啊，资产分配。资产分配是什么呢？就是说我们这些，我们可以投资很多东西，但那些东西啊，他们是 they move by class， 就是他们一组是一起动的。Okay， 另外一组也是一起动的，他们上下是一起动的。Okay， so they become classes of assets. So, for example, stocks 股票 ，bonds 债券 ，right？ real estate 就是房地产 ，cash or commodities 是什么？气功的东西。So, for example, oil 不是气功。So it's oil, it's energy, it's precious metal, it's gold, it's silver. Real assets 我们叫它。Come on, Rudolph. 你不需要用 future 来，但你可以用别的东西。但是反正你就是投资于一些 non-monetary assets， 比如说油气，你可以买油。Oil and gas， 你可以买gold， 你可以买 silver， 这都是 commodities，OK？ 大宗商品，这些商品啊，这些商品是有时候它有用的，但是需要的，你需要，比如说你的 industry 需要 commodities，oil and stuff， 或者别人用 gold and precious metals，right？ 他们需要，但是同时也被收集。People collect them because they want to keep them. Okay, 所以你第一个决定就是你 what proportion 就是以长远来看，我多少应该在股票，多少应该在 bond， 多少应该在real estate 或者这些东西，就是大部分大概的 allocation。这叫做 strategic asset allocation， 就是 what percentage do I want to put。还有一个叫做 market timing。所谓 market timing 的意思就是你决定你在哪一刹那你决定把这个 allocation 改一改。我本来是50 stock 50 bonds 突然你觉得情况不妙，你就改成70-30，OK， 或者30-70，OK， 这个决定叫做 market timing 决定。那第3个决定叫做 security selection。security selection 是什么意思呢？就是当我已经决定了我每一个 basket 要多少50 bond 50 stock， 然后我在这个 basket 里选某一个股票，我已经决定这个股票是50%了。那我决定我选这50%的这个股票里，我要一部分给 Apple， 一部分买 Apple， 一部分买Samsung， 因为一个上去一个下掉，一部分买买 safe 一点，买 Ford， 因为我觉得 Ford 很好或者什么的啊，你 Ford， 所以你就买这个叫做 stock selection， 怎么去选 ？How you pick these individual securities is a stock selection within each basket. Okay, so within each asset class, how do you buy? Okay, so 3 decisions will determine, 这3个决定是 determine what your risk and your return will look like 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Of these three, 这三个里面 which one is the most important decision? The one that will have the biggest effect on what your returns and risk will look like 20 years from now. 你觉得这三个里面哪一个是最重要的，最影响你以后的结果的？ Number 2? How many say number 1? 1, very good. How many say number 3? 都不敢了，因为我刚刚说 very good. So it's number 1, okay? Strategic allocation is going to have the biggest impact on your long run. 就是你决定 what proportion 是在哪里 ，that's the most important decision, okay? Market timing 也会有很大的影响，但是 I have never met anyone who's very good at market timing. 所以我们研究了这个全世界的股票市场，人类就是钱往哪里走，往哪里去，它的那个 the flow is reliably bad in every country. 就是股票市场上去以后，人才投资于股票市场。股票市场跌得最厉害的时候，人才把钱从股票市场拿出来。So the flow into and out of markets is consistently bad in every country we have ever studied. Okay, so in other words, when people market time, they lose money. If they don't market time, they're better. But everyone, as the market goes up, 往上走的时候，大家都觉得，哎呀 I should have invested yesterday. Oh, everybody around me is getting rich. And then you wait a 1 year, 2 year, and then you say, I can't stand it anymore, I'm buying. Then it goes down. Okay? That's greed. That's up. On the downside, you say, "Oh, it really hurt. Boy, that really hurt. Boy, oh, I didn't think it could go down this much." And it goes down some more. It goes down some more, and then you say, "Okay, I better sell. I give up." That's when it goes up. Okay. So all through, this is not just an anecdote. We've studied it in 17 countries. The flow is reliably horrible. Okay. So market timing affects your return, but market timing is not a good, generally speaking, people are no good at it. Even the professionals, occasionally right, often wrong. Okay? So strategic allocation is the most important. Market timing 有影响，但是你不会, you're not going to be good at it. Stock selection. 所以这三个里面, which one do you think most people spend most of their time on? Stock selection. 一天到晚聊的就是说 which stock should I buy, which bond should I buy, which stock should I short? If you like to short, I like to short. So all these decisions. 但是这个最后影响的其实 not a big deal. 因为如果你买了这个股票，你买的整个股票市场上去，它全部都上去了。If you buy stock, when it goes up, they all go up. Maybe you're really smart and you buy the stock that goes up 50% more. But you'll also be dumb and you'll buy a few that goes up half. Over time, your stock selection does not contribute much. And plus, there are people with $300 billion whose job is to pick stocks. You are not likely to do much better. Okay. Otherwise, you should be managing $300 billion, right? So don't spend a lot of time on stock selection. Okay. You worry a lot about, 我应不应该买这个，我应不应该买那个。但是 in general, people just are not good at this. If you want to do this for fun, 你就是觉得这个有意思，你去研究 it's okay. 但是把它当做一个 hobby， 不要花太多时间，也不要花太多钱在这件事情上。Okay, so 那既然 strategic allocations, asset allocation 是最重要的，那我们Yeah, I got lots of time. Okay, good. Strategic allocation. 那我们怎么样子去 allocate across asset classes? 而且是到底有几个 asset class 啊？可以吗？讲的不会太慢，不会太快。Too bad, you're already here, so you're stuck. So, no, I'm kidding. So 我们看一下这个 strategic asset allocation 哈。那我先讲一下原则，就是当你 allocate 的时候，有几个最基本的。第一个就是税。第二个 tax， 第一个就是 taxes， 就是 I'm on page 6 就是第6页。Taxes is number 1, diversification is number 2, and cost is number 3. Okay, so when you are choosing asset classes, 第一个 consideration 就是我有没有可以免税的投资机会。Okay, are there logical places where I can invest free of tax? 那免税的有2种，一个就是第一年 它的 deductibility。比如说，我投资在某一件事情、某一件东西上，那个政府就允许我今年把那些这我放进去的这些东西可以从税里扣掉 ，right？Tax deductibility 这个很值得 ，right？要不然你就马上就付这个，所以 you get a very big return right away. So anything that's first year tax deductible, you should consider, right? 尤其是在某些公司，很多公司它有 401k, right? 401k 就是你如果放进一个 contribution， 它会给你一个 matching， 比如说你放进$100，它给 give you $50. Okay, that's like a 50% return right away, right? 那你一定要 max, right? 你不 max 就是silly, right? So 就还有 IRA， 还有一种 tax deduction 就是不是你当年可以有 deduction， 但是你放进去以后，你的 income、你的 dividend、你的 interest， 通通都是 tax free, right? 那个东西很有帮助，因为你过了如果你每一年的 return 是5%，但如果你要付税的话，你可能 return 只有2%或者3%了。但你过了10年，5%跟2%差很多，3%也差很多。所以 IRA、individual retirement account、401k、municipal bonds、deferred tax、profit sharing plans， 很多这些东西都是 first, okay, tax. You do that if you want to invest because the returns are better. Diversification 意思就是什么呢？就是当你投资的时候，不要通通放在同一个 asset class， 多选几个。那因为他们是 not correlated， 就是他们不会一起上下 ，OK， 那就 reduce your 减了你的风险，但不见得 reduce 你的 expected return。还有 cost 很难选，就是当你选一个 fund 选一个 stock 之后，你很难预测它的 performance， 但是它的 cost 是 very reliable，OK， 所以就是选最便宜的，就是买便宜货就是了 ，OK， 这是很基本的东西，有没有问题？没问题 ，OK。So 那我们看一下哈，到底有几个 asset class？ 其实有一些比较怪的 asset class 我没有放进去，但是你看一下这些底下我那个表有讲 stocks，stocks 我把它分成美国的 stocks 跟国际性的 stocks 啊，美国的 stocks 是 domestic， 然后国际性的 international 也有叫做 developed market 跟 emerging market。So 我现在只填了 emerging market 就是比较 high growth， 像是 China， 像是 Brazil， 像是 India 跟这些的啊。然后除了 stocks 以外，有 commodities、energies、metals， 然后有 real estate， 然后有 bonds。bonds 我把它分成两种，一个是 long duration， 一个是 short duration。long duration 它有比较大的风险。它有 interest rate risk 啊 ，long duration 就是10年以后才 mature 的，才到期的啊。bond 是债券，债券啊 ，fixed income bonds，OK， 有没有问题 ？OK， 那当我们 evaluate 你要 allocate 多少的时候，那有一些 consideration。第一就是它的 average return 应该是多少？从最上面的是比较冒风险的，就是 high，OK。那你可以看见 high 的 return 的 generally 就有 high 的 risk， 它的 annual volatility 比较高，它会有流动，就是跳动性比较高哈。那比如说，你知道，就是美国的股票市场，它的 expected return 是多少？现在猜，每一年 average。6 is a good guess, but it's pretty low, right? 就是yes， 你减掉了 risk-free rate, right? OK， 差不多的，猜猜看 average， 哈？ Yeah, on average, historically, 历史性来讲 in the U.S., the average return on the stock market is about 10%-ish a year. 过去10年 almost zero. 但是 if you look longer run, about 10% a year. 但是它的风险呢？它每一年的那个 volatility, standard deviation， 就它的波动性，一个 standard deviation 是什么东西？就是 on average， 它1/2的时候，它都在一个 standard deviation 之内。I don't know. So, what is the standard deviation of the U.S. stock market? About 20% a year. I have 20% a year. What does that mean? That means 在一个很普通的一年， 它可以上跟下20%，那个是很普通，就是 2/3 of the time the annual return will be within 20%, okay, of the mean, okay. 但是 another way of saying this is, two standard deviation move is 40%. That means every so often, every 2.5% of the time, you could have a drop of 40%. You just every 每过几年你可能赔40%， OK。所以就是40年一次一定会有这样子的，这不是一定会，就是 on average 会有这样子，所以它的风险比较大 ，OK， 它的 volatility 比较大。那 emerging market even more， 如果你看 Asian market 或者什么的话，它的 annual standard deviation 25 to 30% a year. That's China is even more, okay? So 所以它的 very high volatility. 那你就想，你要问你自己，如果我每一年赚12%或者10%，但是我每一年所要碰的风险是25%，值不值得 ？Okay. So that's the type of math you do. 然后呢 ，commodities 它比较低的 expected return， 但是它的 risk 也比较低。然后你再继续看。Real estate， 如果你买 real estate， 你不需要买房子就可以买 real estate， 你可以买那些 real estate investment trust， 它就是像一个 stock 一样，你买的时候 ，real estate investment trust is like a stock. I'll explain in a minute. 等一下我会解释你可以用什么样子的 instrument 来买这些东西哈。So I will explain in a minute what you can buy, but let me just talk about the classes first. Okay， 先讲这些 class. 所以 real estate is medium risk, medium return. Bonds.Long-term bonds is like medium to low risk, medium to low returns. And then short-term bonds, very low return, very low volatility. 但是除了 return 跟 volatility 以外，你还要顾虑的一件事情就是 correlation. Correlation 什么意思呢？就是这个东西跟它的股票市场是不是一起动？ Okay, it's how much it co-moves with the stock market. Correlation is how much it co-moves with the stock. 所以你也看到的就是跟股票市场一起动的东西，就好像买一个股票一样的。Okay, 所以when股票市场上你也上，股票市场下你也下。Real estate 也跟股票市场有关系 ，commodity 也跟股票市场有关系 ，bonds 比较少。Okay， 还有呢，一个需要考虑的就是 liquidity. Liquidity is how easy it would be to sell if you want to sell it. 那这个 liquidity 为什么重要呢？因为我们不一定能知道我们以后什么时候需要钱，但是如果你的投资的东西是 liquid 的话，你可以随时把它换成现金。Okay， 所以你可以看 basically 这些东西都是 reasonable liquidity， 尤其是你买一些 ETFs 的话，你的 liquidity is usually pretty good. Okay， even real estate liquidity 也可以很 quite good. Okay， 最后是 cash flow。cash flow 就是有些人他投资以后，他是需要这个东西的 dividends and interest income 来 support 他的每年的 cash flow， 所以不同的东西有不同的 cash flow 哈。有没有问题 ？All right, OK， 那我再讲，就是那 OK，so 到底我应该放多少在这些不同的这些 asset class 里呢？而且我怎么样子去做这件事情 ？So I'm on page 7, OK, page 7。我有最近 ，How many people 用过 exchange traded fund ETF？How many people have invested in ETFs？ 只有4个啊，5个。真的吗？哎呦 ，OK， all right. So 10年以前 10 years ago, okay, there were almost no ETFs. There are only 5 or 6 ETFs. Okay. 那现在呢 there are 1,000 ETFs traded in the United States. Okay. ETFs 爆炸了。Okay. 因为 ETF is a very useful way to manage your own money at a low cost. Okay, so 10 years ago there were almost no ETFs. Now there's over 1,000, and so ETF is probably the easiest way for an individual to manage their own money. Okay, 以前你需要投资 mutual fund, 你需要投资 stock fund, 投资 bond fund. Now you just buy ETFs. Okay, now what is an ETF? An ETF is bought and sold like a stock. 你买跟卖它像买个股票一样的 ，but it has its own stock symbol, so you buy it like you buy a stock, okay? So and you can sell it like a stock any day, and you can know the price at every moment in the day because it's a real-time trade, right? Just like a stock. But in fact, it's not a company. It is a portfolio of assets. So it could be a bunch of stocks, or it could be a bunch of real estate properties, or it could be oil futures. It could be many things. 所以它是you can buy them where you normally buy stocks. If you have any brokerage account, you can just buy and sell ETFs, right? 它的 advantage 是什么呢？它便宜，它的那个 fees 会很低。等一下我给你看一些哈。然后呢，就是 low fees， 而且它是 diversified， 所以你买一个的时候，你就买了一大堆股票，或者你就买了油价，或者你买了 energy，right？ 或者你买别的东西。然后呢，它是 very good liquidity， 就是你要卖掉它的时候，你很容易。Okay. By the way, I don't own any shares in ETF companies, so 我不是为这个你买 ETF 不会 this I don't benefit. Okay, so at least not financially. Okay, maybe the kingdom will benefit. I don't know. So 那你选股票的，你选这个 ETF 的时候呢，你怎么选呢？你就选便宜的，然后你选那个 high volume 的。High volume 是什么呢？就是它每一天的 trading 的 volume 很高。为什么这个重要呢？因为你要买跟卖它，如果它的 volume 不高的话呢，你买卖的那个 trading cost 会很高。比如说这个一个 ETF 每个 share 只有$10 a share， 但是它的那个 bid ask， 它如果没有很多人买卖的话，那你需要去卖的时候，它本来是$10， 你卖的时候你只有$9.50，因为没有人当时要买它。你要买回来的时候呢，你可能要pay $10.25， 因为它的 asking price 就是 you push the price too much. Okay. Anyway, just so buy cheap, low cost, and buy high volume. Okay. 因为现在已经1000个 ETFs， 有很多它 trade volume 很低的话，它就 too costly to buy or sell. Okay. So don't get those. Okay. Okay. 然后useful websites for doing research. 如果你要对 ETF 要做研究的话，那个 www.etfguide.com is a really good website. 你可以 search and find every listed ETF. 你可以看见它的 cost， 你可以看见它的 volume. Okay. 所以 Yahoo Finance 也有一个不错的 ETF site 啊。OK， 那如果是有这样的 ETF 的话，那我应该买哪几个呢？那就看你的 allocation， 你希望要放多少。但是我最喜欢的 ETF 就是这个里面有 the ones with the darker bars across them 就是比如说the ones I like the most, they're the ones that have dark colors. 比如说你看这些 ETF 都是 I group them by type of asset, type of asset class。 那第一组是 equity 的意思就是 stocks 的意思就是买股票，美国股票。但是你可以买 for example large cap 是什么？就是 blue chip， 就是大的公司的意思如果你要特别买大的公司，S&P 500或者 Dow 30的话，你可以有一个这个 ETF 叫做 VOO， 所以你如果去买，就把它当做一个股票去买，叫做 VOO。你买 VOO 的时候呢，这个 VOO 的上跟下就是 based on 美国的股票市场的 large cap， 就是 blue chip 的。Okay， 然后呢，你当那些公司when they pay dividends, you get the dividends because you hold the shares. Okay。So 它是 basically 就好像是买了 the S&P 100， so the largest 100 stocks in the S&P 一样的。但是你每一年付的那个 what you're paying in management fee is 0.06%. 0.06 is really low. The typical stock fund will expect to pay more than 1%. 1.2%, right? That's 120 basis points. This is only 6 basis points. That's almost free. Okay, and 它上下就是跟整个美国股票市场一起上一起下。Okay， 所以that's a good choice。但是如果我更喜欢是下一个 VTI。
如果你到 Yahoo Finance 看 VTI 的话，你就会看到它上下是跟整个美国股票市场，它不只是 large cap， 它是 large cap、medium cap、small cap 通通在那里，所以它买的是整个股票市场。整个股票市场 ，you only pay 0.01% more per year, and you get the whole thing. It's higher return and slightly higher volatility. 但是 it's just basically move with the 股票市场。美国股票市场如果上去它就上去，下去就下去，但是你付的钱很低。或者还有一个我比较喜欢的就是那个 Nasdaq。如果你喜欢 tech，and tech has been a very good place to be in the last while，OK？ 如果你喜欢 technology 的话，你买这个 QQQ 就是买整个 Nasdaq 100。Nasdaq 100现在有很多 stocks that have done very well in the last 3-5 years. 他们 cloud computing 的除了 Apple 还有 LinkedIn 还有 很多 web-based cloud-based stock 都在那里。它 charge you 20 basis points， 就是0.20。OK， so 这是美国的股票。如果你买那2-3个，你就 cover 整个美国股票了。然后呢，而且这些都是 very liquid。我提到的都是$1 billion or more in market， 所以你买卖很容易的，它的 cost， 它的买卖的价钱应该不会很差的啊。然后我再提，就是如果你要投资于别的地方 ，foreign investment non-US 的话，我想可能最好的就是 VXUS 啊。VXUS 它是全世界的股票市场，但是把美国除掉了 ，it's XUS。它意思就是说是它的所 hold 的 share 是 exclude 你刚刚已经买了的 ，OK？So it excludes the US，OK？So it's also very cheap. It's from Vanguard, 18 basis points, right？ 那如果你特别喜欢emerging market 或者是 Asia 或者什么的话，那其实最便宜的是那个 Vanguard Emerging Market VWO 只有22 basis points 啊。但是他买的就是整个 emerging market， 但大部分60%-70%是 Asia， 然后还有 Latin America， 还有一些 Eastern Europe 跟 Russia，OK？ 所以你付22 basis point 就有了。但如果你特别喜欢中国，它有一个 FXI 啊 ，FXI 是不是整个中国？它只有中国的20个最大的在 Hong Kong list 的公司 ，OK？ 所以并不是全中国 ，but 而且你要付0.72%， 0.72 expense ratio. So I don't own that, but you can say if you're interested in BRIC, that's Brazil, Russia, India, and China. 它有一个 fund 叫 EEB， 它就 invest in stocks in those 4 countries. Okay.So都是所谓的 emerging market equity, okay? Emerging market, foreign emerging market equity. Latin America 也有，你喜欢什么你可以买什么，这些东西都比买一个 stock fund 便宜多了 ，okay? Cheaper than buying a stock fund. 然后呢，如果你 if you want to invest in real estate, and I think real estate is a good area to put in, okay? Not only because right now real estate is depressed, but generally, long run.A real estate, 它一个 real estate investment looks a little bit like a bond, a little bit like a stock. Okay? 它的 payoff 有一点像 bond， 有一点像 stock. And 它是a bit of an inflation hedge， 就是如果 inflation 真的开始的话，它也会往上走的。所以最容易卖的就是这个 VNQ。VNQ 是 Vanguard Real Estate Investment Trust 的一个东西。A Real Estate Investment Trust 就是它这钱 they collect the money, Real Estate Investment Trust collect money， 然后就是投资于 real estate，OK？ 所以你买跟卖它的时候，你把它当做一个股票来卖，但是它的上下价钱是跟整个股票真的跟那个 real estate market 一起上一起下。So it's like buying a basket of houses instead of just owning one house. So it's a useful thing. That's a good place to put your money. It's only 12 basis points a year. Okay. 然后呢 ，bonds， 如果你要买 bonds 的话，有很多不同的 bonds。那我选的就是一些我觉得比较值得看的啊。The better choices among bonds. One of them is the only one that I know that with a decent expense ratio is TIP, T-I-P. TIP 呢 ，TIP 是一个很特殊的 bond. It's the only one that has inflation adjustment built in. So 如果你要，比如说 if inflation goes up, bonds 倒霉。 ，right？因为你 bonds 每一年你所收的那个 coupon 是 fixed。Like 3% or 5%， 但是如果你的 if the purchase power goes up，then 你的 bonds 你的 5% 买的越来越少 ，right？ 所以 bonds 冒的最大的风险就是 interest rate 跟 inflation 风险 ，OK？ 但是呢，这个东西它是先调整 ，tips 是先调整把它的 capital 先调整 based on purchase index 调整上，如果它往上走，你先调整上，然后它才付你的利息。So your interest is protected by inflation, okay? And it's only 20 basis points. So this bond is worth looking at, okay? 还有一个叫做 Vanguard Total Bond Market Bond BND, okay? 它就是最便宜的，它买整个 bond market, okay? 就是它 hold just buy that and you hold. 还有一个值得看的就是 CMF 是一个 tax-free California muni bond。所以他买的东西都是 tax free 的，所以当他付你的利息的时候，这个利息是 tax free at every level, at the state level, at the federal level, okay, and some of them have also alternative minimum tax free. 所以这个唯一的就是这个 bond is not that liquid, not as big as some of the others. 但是 it's okay. 你不要买太多的话 it's okay. 15 basis points. 然后还有就是 natural resources。natural resources 它就是比如说你要买 basic material，你可以买一个叫做 XLB 的，或者你要买 energy， 你可以买一个叫 XLE 的，它都是 only 20 basis point each。Okay, so these are 我等一下会给你看更多的。I'll show you some more examples later。But you know, 有1000个 ，right? It's 1000. There's a lot of choices 可以选很多。但是比如说，你看这个，我先谈一下这个 Plan A、Plan B、Plan C 好不好？先不要翻啊。If you look at Plan A、Plan B and Plan C， 最重要的并不见得是你选的哪一个 bond、哪一个 fund， 而是最重要的是说你加起来以后，你有多少 stocks， 你有多少 real estate， 你有多少 bond， 你有多少 natural resource。如果你看 Plan A 你把这我画的那头4个加起来的话，你有40%是 stocks，right？ 然后你如果把 real estate 20%是 real estate， 然后30%是 bonds， 然后10%是 natural resource， 对不对 ？That's reasonable。如果你要 make life simple 的话，你就这样子买就够了，你整个 portfolio 就不理它了。It's very low maintenance. Just don't worry about it. Buy it. 然后你把它全部加起来的时候，你所付的费用是 less than 20 basis points. It's about 17, 18 basis points a year. And I don't think you will do worse than most people. Okay? But your volatility will be lower. 你的整个这个上下的波动性就会低多了。Okay? 因为现在 recent times stocks and bonds go opposite directions. 因为它 interest rate 很低。所以一想到 interest rate 可能上去 ，bonds 就往下走 ，stocks 就往上走，因为 stocks 往上走，它才会把 interest rate 调高嘛。stocks 如果不往上走，它就不会调上去了。Anyway, never mind. So you look it for yourself. You can decide. Okay, I would just keep it simple, really simple. Just buy these and forget it. Okay. Okay. So let me keep going. All right. Any questions? Yes. Why are they ETFs instead of mutual funds? Good question. So mutual funds generally charge higher fees, and mutual funds you cannot just sell on the stock market. You have to redeem it from the fund manager. So right now, mutual fund, total amount under mutual fund is going like this, because the ETFs are going like this. Mutual funds are in trouble. Okay, so because the ETF is doing the same thing but much cheaper. Okay. I hope no one works for a mutual fund, but that's just the numbers. Yeah. Right. No. No. So mutual funds are So 我们做了很多研究 right 关于 mutual fund. Mutual fund performance in general do worse than the index. Okay, even though the fees are higher, even if you don't count the fees. Okay. There are a lot of reasons for that, and we can get into it. But part of it is because the mutual funds cannot charge a performance fee. 所以they can only charge fee based on asset. 它越多 asset 越多，所以到最后他们所成为什么？它成为 asset gathering machines. Okay. 最能干的 manager 到最后 don't work for mutual funds. I shouldn't say that, but generally speaking, it's true. The reason mutual funds have become so big is because mutual funds 主要的那个对象是 retail. Mutual funds 因为小户口不容易聘到最好的 money manager， 但是他们如果是把很多小钱小户口聚在一起，他们有可能聘到一个比较好的 money manager, right？ 但是现在这些 mutual funds， 他们的那个如果是一个 asset manager manage really well 的话，他不见得 work for a mutual fund anymore， 他会去 work for a fund where 他 get part of the performance, not just the fee for the asset management. So the talent moves away from the mutual fund. 所以如果你真正的要买一个 diversified portfolio 的话 why invest in a mutual fund when you can buy for much cheaper and actually on average outperform the mutual funds? So right now, ETFs have made it much easier for you to do it yourself. We used to depend on mutual funds to help us pick stocks, but on average they don't pick very well. So we used to depend on mutual funds to get diversification. But now you can get diversification for really cheap. And also mutual fund, every time you want to buy and sell, you have to buy and sell with the fund. Here, you just buy and sell with somebody else on the stock exchange. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any other questions? Okay. Before there were ETFs, it's very hard for you to sort of create a balanced portfolio and manage it yourself. Now that there are ETFs, really people should do it more often, more easily, because you don't have to think about it. Okay. Any questions? Joe? Yeah. So like if there's... You can do that. There are socially responsible ETFs, there are green ETFs, there are clean water ETFs, there are ETFs for everything you want almost. There are also sin ETFs if you just want to like invest in tobacco and alcohol, because there are some people who want it and some people who don't want it. Yeah.
So if I have a 401k and then usually just pull there, I don't know.
Yes, 401k is a very good way to do ETFs. So you just buy those things and leave it. But right now, though, you might be doing something else that may be just as good. I don't know. So, but most, I am talking about long term, like 401k and stuff. So the only thing with 401k that's different is it's tax protected, right? So don't go buy a tax like a CMF. CMF is a tax-free muni. 那划不来. Don't buy a CMF in your ETF. 因为 you want to buy something that is taxable in your in your IRA or in your retirement account, because you don't have to pay tax. Already you don't have to pay tax. So don't buy tax-free things. Yeah. Oh, E-Trade makes it very easy and quite cheap. So you just on your E-Trade account, instead of buying Google or something, you just say, I want to buy VU. I want VU and I want VNQ. You just buy it just like a stock. And you can look for prices for it just like a stock. And you can look at the volume. You can look at the daily volume. You'll find these things trade a lot every day. That means you can buy and sell it for very low cost. Yes, back there.
If you live in China, can you still invest in ETFs and the American stock market?
So in the American stock market, in China, there's a problem because of the currency restrictions. The Chinese cannot directly invest because of currency restrictions in foreign denominated securities. There are ETFs now in China. China has its own ETFs, but these are Chinese ETFs. Okay. Any other question? Yeah.
It's cost. Okay, so Vanguard, I don't want to. I used to write a lot of detail on this. 但是我发现太复杂了. Okay, so Vanguard. The question was, what's the difference between Vanguard ETFs and a lot of the BGI ETFs? But first of all, I didn't manage the BGI ETFs. I managed the active money. We have to beat the market. That the ETFs 都是 passive, so they don't beat the market. 但是iShares 就是 BGI, the ETFs, is about 60% of the market, maybe now about 50% of the market. So BGI was very big in ETFs. They were one of the first ones to get really big. 但是它的 fee is a little higher than Vanguard. 但是它是 more tax efficient than Vanguard. Okay, 但是 I don't want to go into detail. Vanguard is better in general for almost everybody. So I just focus on the cost. Okay. If you want to go into exotics, then there are some things you have to buy. You have to pay more, but this is, you don't need to for most people. Okay, so page 8, is there any question? Oh, yeah, Jason.
For support purposes, investing in is you lower the risk, the volatility, right?
Diversify, right?
So how much more diversity do you need in your
Okay, good question, very good question. 他说已经 diversify, 为什么还要再 diversify? Okay, 那你回到 page 7啊，回到 page 7，你看啊 ，what I did was，你看 page 7，what I did was I picked ETFs in the most basic way that will cover the biggest asset classes. Okay, you still need to be diversified across asset classes because the asset classes move together. So you cannot just buy one ETF like VOO and be done, even though it's the cheapest one, because all you've got is stocks, and stocks will move together with stocks. But in a year when the stocks drop 40%, you lose 40%. Okay? But if you have half in stock and half in bonds, then you just have to buy VOO, you can buy BND, 50% each, and you're done. And your fees are only less than 10%, less than 10 basis points, 1/10 of 1%. And that's almost there. In some years, both stock and bonds go down. So maybe you want, I would say, in general, 20% real estate, 40 and 40 in bonds and stocks. And that's the simplest. Okay? You can pick your favorite ETF, but at least keep that. But also, or you know, yeah, in general, yeah. Exactly. That's right. So what we call strategic asset allocation is you make an early decision. What portion do I want to put in each asset class? Then you pick your ETF. Okay, good. Very good question. Any other question? Yeah. Roger. How does the tax ratio change with respect? X ratio 是什么意思? Oh, you're talking about like Sharpe ratio. Expectation ratio 是什么东西? Oh, the expense ratio. Oh, how does it change? In what? Oh, does it change? Oh, when what? With what? With respect to time? No, this is the annual fee. So the annual. So expense ratio, I'm sorry, I didn't explain.如果你买 QQQ 啊 if you buy QQQ, 你每一年所要付的 the expense ratio refers to the amount you pay in management fee every year. So 0.20 for QQQ means every year you pay 1/5 of 1% of your asset to them. Every year. Generally not. Usually it goes down. You have more competition. Okay. Yeah. 因为他们 they're not trying to beat the market. They're just trying to reproduce the market at the lowest cost. So they don't charge you a big fee. Okay. Okay. Now, any other questions? So recently, on page 8, I'm on page 8. Recently, a young couple asked us, some questions or ask me some questions. So I wrote out an essay, I wrote out an email. And it took so much time writing the email, I thought, well, I'll just send you the email, I'll give you the. So this is roughly my advice to a young couple, They say, 他说我们刚刚开始, we just started, 然后 we want to put on some money away, but we may need the money in 3 years or 5 years. What should we do? Okay, so I just talked. So, every year I say, put away some money, 10% is a good guide. Even when things are tough, try to put away that much. Number 2, take advantage of taxes, savings first, blah, blah, blah. Number 3, you should think about if you need money, whether you can get at this money. Okay, so liquidity. Okay, if you really are going to need money, 比如说 you want to buy a house in 2 to 3 years, you need a certain amount of money, then you cannot afford to put it in something very volatile. Because in 2 or 3 years, when you want to cash out, it may not be there. So that constrains what you can invest in, right? It's reasonable. 我们投资不是为了赚最高的钱，而是允许你去做一些你该做的， right? You focus on what you should do, not how much. So 然后呢 ，so 他说，如果你要 invest in low volatility 的话 ，investment 应该用什么？我现在 low volatility 真的是 low return 啊！你现在 this is historically low. This is the government T-bond. 10 years out 你只能 get 1.63. That's incredible. A year and a half, 2 years ago, it was 3%, and I said, wow, is this ever low? It's 1.6, guys. That's unbelievable. You can go out 30 years and only get 2.75. 30 years. That's really low. That means you're getting almost nothing, okay? But everybody's scared. Everybody's nervous. So people are not paying for risk-frees, okay? So, 然后我继續講 I go on, I'll let you read this yourself. It talks about if you are willing to take a little more risk, what you should look at. And in particular, I talk about some closed-end funds. If you're interested in closed-end funds, take a look at these funds. These are tax-advantaged funds that have a high dividend yield. Okay, 因为他们做一些别的东西，他们卖 covered call options. If you don't know, it's okay, don't worry. 然后 long-term investing, 所以你可以自己看哈，自己看。但是我最后有2个东西。There's 2 things I just want to point out at the end. Number 1, on page 10, on the bottom of page 10, 如果神祝福你，你有钱，你要成为别人的祝福 right? 所以if you there's a charitable gift fund. 这个 charitable gift fund, 尤其是如果你的 income 是 very fluctuating, 有时候高，某些年很高，有时候某时候很低的话，你最好注意怎么样去捐这个钱。如果你要捐这个钱的话，可能你赚最多钱的那几年，不见得是人家最需要的时候，所以你就先把你的钱先放进这个 fund， 你当时就可以 get a tax return, tax deduction， 但这个钱以后就不是你的了。Okay, it's irrevocably there. 但是那个钱可以继续赚钱，然后别人需要的时候，你可以用这个 fund 来去付出去。You understand? So because maybe you earn a lot of money in 1 extra year or 2, but you want to support some missionaries, and the missionaries need steady income. They don't need you to like swamp them in 1 year and then have no money the next year. So what you do is you create a charitable trust. 然后你把这个钱放进去，然后你这个钱放进去以后呢，你就可以用这个来 pay out an even amount to other people. So you get a tax deduction right away when you put it in, and then you just donate it to the charity of your choice over time. So that's a very useful thing to look into. Right now, it's also low cost because they're very competitive. The Fidelity Charitable Gift Trust is very low cost, and the money can keep rolling. And our experience with it has been very good. Okay. 然后还有一点我想就是 so that helps how to donate. If 还有就是 I only listed a few ETFs on page 11 11页的那里I show you some more ETFs. 它大部分都是 bonds, 但是也有一些 natural resource 的，也有一些 real estate 的。因为 stocks 的 ETF 很容易找，那其他的比较复杂一点的你可以看一下
So 你看，比如说有很多是 iShare， 那是 BGI 的啊。Those fees are not that high, but they're little higher than the Vanguard. Okay, so you can take a look for yourself. Okay. 但是它那个 size, I list the size. That's the size of the fund. 它一共有多少的 asset under management? 就它一共 how big is the asset under management? Most of I picked only ones with like $1 billion or more. Actually 有2个是没有的，一个就是在 bond 在那个 the middle of the page 啊 ，Vanguard MBS 就是 mortgage-backed securities， 它是一个新的 fund， 所以它的 asset pretty low. But it's interesting. If you want to invest in other people's mortgages, okay, it's an interesting fund. 然后 PIMCO 的那个 is also very small, but PIMCO tends to be a good bond manager. So just so you can see, you don't have to pick. Don't spend too much time picking. Just pick something low cost and cover the asset classes. Any questions? Yes, Gene. Oh, no, not once a day. No. Maybe once every 5 years. Once every 3 years. So when we do a lot of simulations. So when I teach in my trading room, we tell people do the allocation, and then we simulate what happens over the next 20 years, and then we give them a chance to rebalance. 我说每3年或者每5年你可以 rebalance. Almost always people do worse after they rebalance. Okay, but in general because they rebalance in the wrong direction. When you rebalance, you should not look at the recent performance. When you rebalance, you should move it back to your original weights. 懂吗？如果你的 original weight is 50-50 bonds and stocks, but stocks did much better than bonds. So in 3 years, your stocks will be 70%, your bonds are 30%. You don't say, wow, stocks look so good, 70%, let me put some more in stocks. No, you say, I bring it back to 50-50. Okay, that's the way you rebalance. But don't do it too often. 3 years, 5 years, good enough. The most important thing is to try not to do anything. Really, don't look. If you look, you're going to do something. And, yeah. All right, any questions? 来，我们祷告，好不好？ Lord, it's so good to be here in your presence. I just thank you that you trust us, entrust with us, and make us stewards of your kingdom. I just pray, Lord, that you would bless your people. In the ways of finance and money, we pray that you would make each of them masters of their money and their funds, and that you would make money their servant and not their master. That you would give wisdom to each person here for your glory and for the real happiness that you have planned for us. We thank you that you are the incomparable God. We thank you that we have been loved by an incomparable love, and we just ask that you would continue to speak to us this weekend. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.